Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and welcome the American University Color Guard, the University Marshal, Lacey Wooten, Vice Chair of the Faculty Senate, and members of the College of Arts and Sciences graduating classes of August and December 2013 and May 2014. Now processing down the center aisle of Bender Arena are the candidates for doctoral degrees, accompanied by their dissertation advisors. Now processing into the arena are the candidates for master's and bachelor's degrees. Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the University Marshal, Professor Lacey Wooten.
Ladies and gentlemen, candidates for degrees, welcome. It is my pleasure to present the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences, the administration of American University, and our honored guests. American University's 128th commencement will now begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Macmillan Pipe Band. Candidates for degrees, honored guests, parents, family, alumni, and friends. On behalf of the American University community, welcome to our 128th commencement. Please join in the singing of our national anthem, led by Rebecca Jenny Rutovsky, a graduating senior in the College of Arts and Sciences, and remain standing for the invocation offered by the United Methodist Chaplain, the Reverend Mark Schaefer.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and home of the
Let us pray. O great mystery, for everything there is a season and a time for every purpose under the heavens. We thank you, O Lord our God, ruler of the universe, who has granted us life, who has sustained us, and who has helped us to reach this season, a time of celebration for all that has been, for achievement and the satisfaction that comes with having accomplished the work. A time of celebration for all that will be, a wide open road full of possibility, a blank canvas on which to paint a life's masterpiece. For a season, these graduates were ours, and for that season we give thanks, for the time they have been able to share with us, for all those who brought them to us, for the parents, the family, and friends who nurtured, prepared, and encouraged them, we give thanks. We give thanks for this university, for the faculty and staff who taught our graduates and who guided them on their way, forming them and shaping them for a life of service. Continue, O Holy Spirit, to bless this university community, its faculty and staff, that they may continue in its work of shaping the leaders of your people. But before these graduates were ours, they were yours, and yours they remain. Grant that in all the seasons of their lives, in time of joy or tears, in times of confidence or self-doubt, of employment or unemployment, of celebration or lament, of welcome or alienation, of success or failure, of knowing or unknowing, of hope or fear, that they may know that you are with them, that they are not alone, and that they are bound up together with you and with one another. And now, O God, most gracious, most merciful, we pray that in all the seasons of their lives they may continue to be beacons of hope and promise to a broken world, a world in need, a world waiting for them and the hope they bring. And let us say, Amen. Please be seated.
This ceremony, with its colors, regalia, symbols, and traditions, celebrates the achievements of our new graduates. So it is fitting that a member of the graduating class speak. The Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Peter Starr, will now address the Assembly and introduce our student speaker. Dean Starr.
Welcome to the College of Arts and Sciences 2014 commencement. 566 of you will walk across this stage in a few moments, having earned bachelor's, master's, or doctoral degrees in fields from economics to literature, history to neuroscience, arts management to public health. That's the arts management faculty. You have studied under outstanding faculty, both in the college and across the university, and have taught us, your faculty mentors, a great deal in turn. You have engaged in cutting-edge research. One of you has examined how a melody's distinctiveness and capacity to evoke a particular mood help shape our ability to remember it. Another has worked at NASA, predicting the sun's effects on Earth and its magnetic field. Still another has written what we expect to be a definitive study of women in equestrian sports under the British Empire. You've pursued internships and research projects at the National Institutes of Health, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, the National Park Service, the World Bank, Arena Stage, the Smithsonian, and at countless other leading organizations, including both houses of Congress. Your work has made a difference, both in DC and around the world. You've worked in local schools to encourage students to eat more broccoli. You've taught tribal police officers techniques of community policing through Department of Justice webinars. You've traveled to South Africa with our colleague Betty Dickerson to work with the grassroots organization Grandmothers Against Poverty and AIDS. Many of you have helped shape the world through the arts, writing novels, poems, and plays, touring with our chamber singers to Spain, Portugal, and Russia, exhibiting in this year's exceptionally strong MFA show in the AU Museum, or playing a proud, determined Emily Dickinson in our senior theater capstone. They didn't all play that role, but the capstone was fantastic, guys. Among your fellow members of the college's class of 2014, you have winners of Truman, Fulbright, Udall, Hollings, and Gilman fellowships. You have our third Rhodes finalist in 3 years. You have winners of the Federal Reserve Bank of Richmond's College Fed Challenge for 2 years running, and the recipient, is whom you'll meet in a moment, of this year's highest honor in the undergraduate space, American University's President's Award. 154 of you walking today have finished master's theses or capstone projects. And 21 of you have accomplished what is arguably the hardest task in American higher education, researching, writing, and defending your doctoral dissertation. Nearly all of you survived Hurricanes Sandy and Irene, a monument-cracking earthquake, the quest for affordable groceries at Whole Foods, haphazard functionality of metro escalators, seriously over-caffeinated nights in Bender Library, and yes, a winter that seemed like nothing so much as a bad rerun of Groundhog Day. As we begin this joyous ceremony, let's remember that today is not just a celebration of our graduates' accomplishments and their bright futures. It's also a celebration of all of those who helped make their AU experience possible. Their families first and foremost, but also their friends, their professors, the university's staff, and many others beside. And of course, on Mother's Day 2014, let's reserve a special place in this pantheon for their mothers. On behalf of the college's faculty and staff, hearty congratulations to the class of 2014. It's now my pleasure to introduce our student speaker, Allison Donnelly, who graduates today with a bachelor's degree in theater performance and a minor in education studies. Allison is a scholar, actor, and singer with a passion for theater. During her time at AU, she performed in 8 theater productions, served as vice president and music director of AU's all-female a cappella group Treble in Paradise. She has also worked behind the scenes as an assistant stage manager, costume shop assistant, and scene assistant for the Greenberg Theatre. Alison spent a semester last year studying in the British and American Drama Academy's London Theatre program. This spring, she worked for as an arts integration intern at Imagination Quest, assisting teachers from under-resourced schools to integrate the arts into their classrooms. Please join me in welcoming Alison Donnelly.
Good afternoon, and thank you to the trustees, President Kerwin, Provost Bass, Dean Starr, honored guests, friends, and family, and most importantly, the class of 2014. Before I address my fellow graduates, I would first like to take the time to congratulate and honor all of the wonderful women in this room who have supported and inspired us, and without whom we would not be here today. Happy Mother's Day to you all. Well, we've made it. The first graduating class to experience 4 whole years of the Want campaign. Because I'm sure the graduates of CAS haven't heard this enough, I'm here to inform you that the all-knowing UrbanDictionary.com defines wonk as an expert in a field, typically someone who is fairly young and very intelligent. And while that is a lovely definition, as I proceed in my speech today, I will refer to the graduating class of the College of Arts and Sciences not as wonks, but as wannabes. Yes, that's W-A-N-N-A-B-E, wannabe, like the Spice Girls song. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why would I ever willingly use such a truly terrible term to define myself? But let me explain. We are wannabes, not because we are phony, or incapable, or unknowledgeable, but because during a time when society is constantly debating whether or not it is even possible to become an expert in a field anymore, the class of 2014 is sure as hell going to try. As a theater major, I spend most of my days in Katzen Arts Center, where, although we love Anderson Cooper as much as the next overachiever, we theater students live, breathe, and worship the likes of Bernadette Peters, Tracy Letts, and Jason Robert Brown. We also use overdramatic phrases like live, breathe, and worship in speeches such as this one. These artists, while unknown to the vast majority of students at this school, are our idols. So, if there is one thing that I have come to understand at AU, from music, environmental studies, education, and public health majors alike, it is that passion is the key, not only to success, but to happiness. I don't know many of you, but I do have a suspicion that because you all, like myself, are the wannabes of CAS at American University, you are as passionate about your craft as I am about mine. And sure, passion can be agonizing. When the limit for your Roots of Racism essay is 6 to 8 pages, but there's just no way you're gonna get it below 17. Or when you have tickets to see La Traviata at the Kennedy Center tomorrow night, but you're too busy writing cover letters for internships. Or when you get too many amazing internship offers from all of those killer cover letters you wrote. The list goes on and on and on. Shakespeare once said, "Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them." But again, I'm a theater wannabe, and that quote's a little too mainstream for me. So instead, I'll tell you that Shakespeare also said, "If you prick us, do we not bleed? If you tickle us, do we not laugh? If you poison us, do we not die? And if you wrong us, shall we not revenge?" To which we here at AU say, yes, sir, to all of the above. If you prick us, we pass out from blood loss. If you tickle us, we laugh until we cry. If you poison us, we die a slow, painful death. And if you wrong us, you better believe you're going down faster than you can say House of Cards. As wannabes, we understand that you don't have to be soulless or unkind to possess and value relentless commitment, diligence, and drive. We understand that being part of a community means wanting to learn about what your peers, friends, and colleagues are passionate about. And we understand that true experts live not in their craft, but through their craft. Being a wannabe means that our seemingly unattainable desires are our most dire needs. It means that what we want to be in this life is what we are most proud of. So, my only wish for all of us today is that, as we leave this institution and move on into the next chapters of our lives, however diverse they may be, we never lose this fervor. Our successes remain earth-shattering, our failures remain sacred, and we remain proud of whatever it is that we want to be. Thank you.
I am honored to join with the university community, parents, family, and friends in recognizing a very distinguished guest. University Provost Scott Bass will assist in conferring the honorary degree.
In granting the honorary degree, the university recognizes distinguished individuals whose life work represents the values, knowledge, and accomplishments that are embodied in the mission of this institution. Today, we honor one who has devoted her life to improving global health care services and advocating on behalf of those living in poverty. Dean Starr will join in the presentation of this degree. The University Marshal will escort the Honorable Cecilia Munoz to the podium to receive the degree Doctor of Public Service. Cecilia Munoz, with a steadfast commitment to civil rights, equality, and good government, you've dedicated your career to ensuring that our domestic policy offers all Americans the opportunity to succeed. You have served the Obama administration since 2009, first as Deputy Assistant to the President and Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, and currently as Assistant to the President and Director of the Domestic Policy Council. Announcing your appointment, President Obama said you are, quote, a trusted advisor who has demonstrated sound judgment day in and day out, and touted your unwavering dedication. You have lived up to the President's high praise by coordinating with state and local governments to advance the administration's goals on some of the most critical issues of our time, including immigration, education, and health care. Prior to joining the White House, you served as Senior Vice President for the Office of Research, Advocacy, and Legislation at the National Council of La Raza, where you honed your expertise on issues facing the country's Latino population, including immigration, employment, and poverty. For your tireless work in civil rights, you received a MacArthur Foundation Fellowship in 2000. Your leadership and devotion to the highest ideals of our nation serve as an inspiration to our graduates, and we are proud to recognize your distinguished accomplishments.
Cecilia Munoz, by authority of the Congress of the United States, vested in the Board of Trustees of American University, I am proud to confer upon you the degree Doctor of Public Service.
Wow. Thank you so much, President Kerwin, Provost Bass, Dean Starr, for this incredible honor and for allowing me to share in this special day of the class of 2014. Class of 2014, you look pretty good. Congratulations, you made it. And congratulations to your parents, your families, the people who got you here. Moms, happy Mother's Day. And because you can't really thank the folks who got you here too much, class of 2014, can you give it up again for your families, please? So, if you haven't already, graduates, just take a moment, take a deep breath, maybe close your eyes, relax for a second, take it all in. And now, if you have any of those things left over, I think they're called eagle bucks, you need to get rid of them right away because they're useless in the real world. But seriously, I'm really very, very honored and humbled to be with you on this very special day in this very special place. This university has an incredibly distinguished history. In 1902, Theodore Roosevelt helped lay the cornerstone of the McKinley Building. And in 1914, President Wilson spoke at the opening of this institution where he said, "So we are here setting up on this hill as upon a high pedestal once more the compass of human life with its great needle pointing at the lodestar of the human spirit. Let men who wish to know come and look upon this compass and thereafter determine the way they will go." Now, far be it from me to edit President Wilson, but I'm going to take a crack at that last line again. Let men and women who wish to know come and look upon this compass and thereafter determine the way they will go. That's better. What I'm really trying to say is that this is an extremely historic university in a very historic city, and maybe that's what brought you to AU, to serve, to learn, to participate in everything this town has to offer. And I have to say, it's especially special to me to be here with you at the College of Arts and Sciences. I may work in the field of public policy, but I don't have a policy degree. I'm a liberal arts person. I am the black sheep in a family full of engineers. You are looking at a proud English major. I have a daughter graduating with a degree in theater, Allison. Great job, by the way, and women's studies, and another currently studying ancient history. So I'm a firm believer in the power of a liberal arts education. You were very smart to invest in one of those for yourselves. That kind of training from a university as fine and great as this one is an incredible asset. I know this because I hire young people and I look for people who have learned what you have learned in your time here. You've learned how to think, you've learned how to write, you've learned how to make an argument and support it with facts, how to engage people from a wide variety of backgrounds, how to respect other people's ideas, and how to challenge those ideas respectfully. But this is your graduation. You don't need me to tell you what you know. I'm supposed to be imparting wisdom, telling you a little bit what the real world is like out there. So to prepare, I thought about what I've learned from 25 years in DC and 6 years at the White House. And frankly, I thought about what I know as a mom. So here goes, some graduation day advice. First, never stop the quest for learning that brought you to American University. You learned a lot, but you don't know everything yet. And sometimes knowing what you don't know is a very powerful thing. For example, when you're in the Oval Office someday briefing the President of the United States and he asks you a big question and you don't know the answer, at that very moment you have a couple of choices. You can, 1, make up an answer and hope that it doesn't lead to an international incident or economic collapse. Or 2, you can tell the President you don't have that answer but that you'll get it for him right away. I have been in this situation. Mostly, I know the answers, but when I get in this situation, I choose number 2. And as you start your professional life, I encourage you to do the same. Knowing what you don't know, filling those gaps by asking questions is going to get you a lot farther than faking it. My second piece of advice, build on the spirit of service that you built here. Now, I have to say this with a word of caution because the spirit of service could become your life's work, and it could take you in unexpected directions. That's what happened to me. When I got to college, I volunteered with organizations that worked with immigrants, which was a natural fit for me as I come from an immigrant family. That work brought me to Washington, to 20 years at an advocacy organization that works to make the country better by focusing on Hispanic Americans like me. And while working on a major immigration bill, the same immigration bill we're still trying to pass, by the way, I met a new senator from Illinois named Barack Obama. He was the kind of senator who called you in for briefings, asked hard questions, and then called you on your cell phone if he had more questions. This may surprise you, but that's unusual behavior for a senator. And when he was elected president and asked me to serve, I hesitated. Actually, to be honest, I said no. I had teenage girls at home. I was worried about being a good mom. But you know how the story ends because I'm standing here today. He persuaded me to say yes. And while doing this job asks a lot of my family, and I say this with my very generous husband sitting right there, I think even he and my daughters would say that they're glad I said yes to the chance to serve my country. And I should throw in here a little public service announcement since I'm here at the podium. If public service really interests you and you're interested in a job in government, this president is very, very serious in recruiting the best and the brightest to serve in government. And that starts with people like you showing interest. And the first step to doing that, and you could write this down if you want, is to check out apply.whitehouse.gov and tell us a little about yourself. Are you writing this down? Apply.whitehouse.gov. We mean it. This is how work in Washington gets done from the podium at commencement. All right, back to advice. Number 3, continue to engage with people around you, including and especially those who are different from you. If your college experience was anything like mine, AU may have been your first experience with people who are very different than you are. I can remember in college explaining the Enya in my name, meeting people from rural communities and big cities, people whose experience was very different from mine. I soon discovered I learned just as much from my peers as I did from attending class. And you know what? Engaging those around you becomes no less important in your professional life. My colleagues come from a wide variety of backgrounds. CEOs, doctors, elected officials. We all have to learn to understand each other and to row in the same direction. Piece of advice number 4. Learn to discern sense from all of the noise and even indulge in a little peace and quiet every now and then, which may seem impossible in this day and age. At the moment, I have 2 different cell phones on me. I have a home phone number, a work phone number, 2 cell phone numbers, a work email address, a personal email address, and of course, I'm on Twitter at Cecilia44. This amuses my children. And in a world where every utterance of government officials is scrutinized for salaciousness or scandal, it can be a very dangerous thing to be able to communicate with thousands of people on the fly in 140 characters. It is amazing that they let me have a Twitter account. But I'm not here to advocate for a fear of technology or for a return to the typewriter. Technology has given us the ability to keep in touch with old friends, to help our organizations make split-second decisions, to start social movements from our phones. One of the reasons that I'm actually allowed to leave the office is because I have my work BlackBerry strapped to me at all times, which allows me to basically do my job from anywhere. But if we're not careful, this nonstop flow of information will take away something very precious, the time to think. We run the risk of developing incredible knowledge without any understanding whatsoever. If you can't evaluate, judge, decompress, it's impossible to make good decisions. I say this from experience. My job is a high-velocity job. Issues come at you very quickly. Sometimes you have to make split-second decisions on issues that affect millions of lives. And as the president likes to say, the easy decisions aren't the ones that make their ways to his desk. The ones that get to him are the hard ones, the challenges that don't have great answers and that require taking risks. And sometimes he will say, I'm going to take some time to reflect on this. He knows that sometimes you need some silence and some space to make sure that you've considered all of the angles. A crisis may look different with a little bit of distance. That's wisdom. So shut out the noise sometimes. Give yourself some space to think. Okay, final piece of advice. Always be grateful to the people who got you here and pay it forward by helping others achieve their dreams. I come into my office in the West Wing every day remembering that the American dream was real for my immigrant parents, which is how I can be standing here today with the profound honor that you've asked me to share this special day with you. I'm aware every day that my job is to make sure those doors of opportunity that were open for them and for me are open for every American. It's a solemn obligation. It feels sacred to me. And I hope you find ways to pay it forward yourselves, because this country needs your hearts, your hands, your good ideas, and the skills you've learned here at American University. So let me close by emphasizing this last point. Your future success, your children's ability to participate in a country and an economy that continues to grow, that makes the American dream possible for everybody, hinges on the decisions that policymakers are making now and that you will be making in the future. We are engaged in debates that will affect your lives directly on things like making college affordable and managing student debt, ensuring that women receive equal pay for equal work, fixing our broken immigration system, addressing climate change, ensuring everybody has access to affordable health care, creating good jobs that pay a decent living in all regions of the country, making sure we build ladders of opportunity for those still struggling to reach the middle class. These are the challenges we face together, and this is the work my generation will hand off to yours. Our collective success hinges on your generation's ability to engage and make an argument. It hinges on your generation's creativity, drive, and desire to make this country and this world a better place for everyone. So it's a darn good thing you got such a good education. You have a lot on your shoulders. So thank you so much for the honor of letting me be part of your special day. Good luck. And from one liberal arts major to another, I can't wait to see what you'll do. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. We have others among us worthy of recognition. These are the scholars and teachers who guided today's graduates in their journeys of intellectual development and achievement. I ask the faculty of the College of Arts and Sciences to please rise and receive the appreciation of your students, their families, and friends. Please rise. In addition, we'd like to acknowledge the dedication and service of members of the graduating class who will join the armed forces after graduation as members of the audience who are active duty or veterans. I invite all current, past, and future members of the armed forces to stand and receive the audience's appreciation. Today, in addition to celebrating our new graduates, we also pay special recognition to our faculty. Max Paul Friedman, Professor of History, would you please come forward? Where are you, Max? There you are. At the faculty recognition dinner, Professor Friedman was named American University's 2014 Scholar Teacher of the Year. This award is our highest faculty honor. From the moment you arrived at American University, you have distinguished yourself as a pioneering scholar, exceptional teacher, remarkable citizen, and a delightful colleague. Since earning your doctorate, you've co-edited a book, written 2 monographs, 19 journal articles, 6 book chapters, and scores of shorter pieces, propelling you to the top ranks of new diplomatic historians. Your books win awards, your articles win prizes, and your research has been funded by more than 50 fellowships and grants, capped by a 2013 John Simon Guggenheim Memorial Foundation Fellowship. Students and colleagues call you a brilliant teacher, praising your presentations as models of clarity and your enthusiasm infectious. You have fully realized the life of the scholar-teacher, marked by the highest achievements in scholarship, teaching, and service. In recognition of your exemplary contributions, the American University takes great pride in naming you the 2014 University Faculty Award for Scholar Teacher of the Year. Well deserved. Well deserved. We're also pleased to recognize the recipient of the University Student Award for Scholarship at the graduate level, who was honored at Friday's President's Reception for University Award winners. This highly competitive award is given to master's, MFA, or a PhD student to recognize exceptional academic accomplishments and scholarly contributions to their fields. Erica Elizabeth Monkwitz, please stand. You are an exceptional graduate student who has excelled in American University. In your dissertation, you examined British women's participation in equestrian sport between 1772 and 1956. An exemplary scholar, you have published in Reviews in History, a journal considered the gold standard for serious essay-length reviews of books on British history, and in the journal Critical Survey. Recognized by the Department of History and the College of Arts and Sciences for excellence in scholarship, you are the only graduate student to have been awarded every prestigious fellowship conferred by both the department and the college. You've received 9 additional AU and departmental awards in recognition of your teaching and research, and to support your participation in numerous scholarly conferences. Erica, for your insightful scholarship and impressive record of accomplishment, we are honored to present you with the University Student Award for Outstanding Scholarship at the graduate level. Congratulations. The Vice President for Campus Life, Gail Short-Hansen, will introduce the recipient of the University Student Award for Outstanding Service and the Student Achievement Awards.
Good afternoon. The Award for Outstanding Service to the University Community is a highly competitive award that recognizes a nominee's unique contributions and sustained service that will lead a lasting impact on the university community, whether through student government, public service, organizational leadership, or a combination of these categories. One CAS undergraduate was honored at Friday's President's Program and Reception as the recipient of the University Student Award for Outstanding Service to the University Community. Jessica Nesbitt, please stand. Jessica, your passion for social justice and health care access has fueled impressive academic achievements, as well as acts of service to your community. You've served as co-director for Stop Violence Against Women and Take Back the Night. Through the Center for Diversity and Inclusion's Rainbow Speakers Bureau and Spectrum program, you strengthened AU's welcoming campus climate. And while abroad in Chiapas, Mexico, you facilitated workshops and training around human rights, community advocacy, and health care for Indigenous youth. Jessica, we honor you for your inspiring service to this institution, to your fellow students, and to our global community. Congratulations. 4 additional CAS undergraduates were honored at Friday's program as Student Achievement Award winners. These students are graduating and have made exceptional contributions to the university community in the categories I mentioned before. Alifa Watkins, please stand. Alifa, you are the recipient of the Fletcher Scholar Award, which recognizes a senior who best exemplifies integrity and selflessness in citizenship, together with academic achievement. You dedicated your time in and out of the classroom educating others about sexual health and sexual violence, serving both as a peer sex educator and as Director of Women's Health and Sexual Education with the AU Women's Initiative. Your internships and volunteer work in sexual health have taken you from Washington, D.C. to New York City and even to Amsterdam. We honor you for your self-motivated and steadfast dedication to public health. Congratulations, Alifa. Lillian Guthrie McGee, please stand. Lily, you have received the Evelyn Swartout Hayes Award, which recognizes a student who has contributed the most to the university through the arts while maintaining a high academic average. You have enriched our community as editor of AU's American Literary Magazine, and through your dance and theater performances. You have ensured that your skills serve others as a consultant in the university's Writing Center. We honor you for commitment and achievement in your art and for using it to improve the greater community. Congratulations, Lily. Hannah Sidner Greenberg, please stand. Hannah, you have received the Kathleen Secular Hudson Award, which recognizes a senior who best exemplifies qualities of character and achievement while making significant contributions to student government. You are recognized for your leadership in Student Government's Women's Initiative and creation of AU Students Coalition Against Sexual Violence, as well as your participation in the university's Sexual Assault Working Group and the Sexual and Discriminatory Harassment Prevention Project Team. We honor you for your commitment to making this university a stronger and more equitable community. Congratulations, Hannah. Victoria L. Vogel, please stand. Tori, you have received the Charles W. Van Way Award, which recognizes a student who contributed the most to building community at the university. Your work includes serving as an orientation leader and coordinator, member of the Peer Educators for the Elimination of Relationship and Sexual Violence, and a policy ambassador for the university's transition to a tobacco and smoke-free campus. Additionally, you served as treasurer for the Community Service Coalition, as a service and outreach caucus representative for student activities, and as an MLK Week leader. We honor you for your tireless dedication to service and building community. Congratulations, Tori. Will our award recipients all please stand, and please join me again in showing appreciation for their accomplishments.
The President's Award is presented at commencement to the graduating senior whose accomplishments as an undergraduate are truly exceptional and taken together reflect the spirit and quality of the highest ideals of American University. I am pleased to present this year's award to Alexis Dobbs. Alexis, will you come forward? Alexis K. Dobbs Whether in the classroom, the laboratory, on the basketball court, or in our community, you've represented the highest values of American University. You're graduating from the College of Arts and Sciences with a degree in public health and a minor in biology with a stellar 3.82 grade point average after making the dean's list every semester. As a member of the American University women's basketball team, the Patriot League honored you on numerous occasions, not only as one of the league's top players, but also as one of its top students. You were selected to the All-Patriot League first team 3 times. And perhaps more impressively, you were named the Patriot League Scholar Athlete of the Year 3 consecutive years. Your record of service is equally impressive. On campus, you served as a panel member for the American University's Academic Integrity Board. You were a member of AU Kids for Kyla Club. In the Washington, D.C. community, you volunteered at Ballou High School, the D.C. Central Kitchen, and Race for Hope, D.C. You've overcome a number of injuries during your basketball career, but you described the ordeal as a blessing in disguise, because during it, you were treated by a physician's assistant who would inspire your next career move. You start graduate study in the fall to become a certified physician's assistant with a coveted and only rarely granted NCAA graduate scholarship. Alexis, for your long record of accomplishment as a student and an athlete, and for your compassionate service to our community, we are proud to present you with the 2011 President's Award. Alexis, congratulations. And this medal is yours as well. Thank you. All right. It is traditional at this point in the proceedings that the President presents a charge to the graduates. You've already heard inspiration and eloquence and excellent information from our honorary degree recipient, our dean, and our student speaker. What I have to do now is one of 2 things. Not unlike what Cecilia told you about the White House and the Oval Office. I have to be profound, or I have to be gone, all right? So I have chosen those 2 very, very carefully. And after many years of experience, I have chosen to be brief. That is an applause line, by the way. All right, thank you. Your lifetime and the life of this great university are now inextricably bound. American University is part of you. You were part of American University's history, and most importantly, our legacy. For those at this university, be they faculty, staff, students, or alumni, who have helped you, challenged you to think in ways that challenged you, improved your skills, broadened your knowledge, deepened your experience, your appreciation to them in the years ahead can best be shown by important gifts that we in the community value. First, live lives of honor, integrity, dignity, joy, and success. Then pursue work that commands nothing less than the very best of you, that results in good for you, good for your families, and good for a world so badly in need of the qualities you brought to us and then the knowledge that you've acquired here. Along the way, reach back by keeping the university fully aware of your life accomplishments. Reach back with a hand to help students who will walk the paths you've walked. Share your experience and the benefit from your education that you will today complete. Help these students the way you were helped. Never forget, some of the most compelling evidence of this university's worth are the lives you build and the testimony you share about the part American University played in making you the person you are. We hear that you leave behind. We'll do all we can to hold your allegiance, foster your pride, and compel your engagement. You do all you can to demonstrate that an American University degree is synonymous with a rich life, a life of integrity, and a life that makes ours a better world. Your time as student is now over. Your life as alumni will now begin as the provost begins conferral of degrees.
This part of the ceremony is a source of enormous pride and satisfaction to the university faculty. Since it was first awarded in Europe during the Middle Ages, the doctoral degree has been recognized throughout the world as the highest measure of scholarly studies. The hood with which the degree recipient is invested is an ancient and universally respected symbol. It is awarded after years of rigorous graduate study, during which each doctoral candidate demonstrates superior intellectual ability and a commitment to the discovery of knowledge that makes an original contribution to one's scholarly field. Today, we're pleased to recognize 20 scholars from 4 disciplines in the arts and sciences. Doctoral candidates are escorted to the platform by their faculty advisors to symbolize their admittance to the community of scholars. Candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, please rise and remain standing as your field of scholarship is announced. Anthropology, economics, history, and psychology, both behavior, cognition, and neuroscience, and clinical psychology. President Kerwin, I am honored to present these candidates for conferral of their degrees.
By authority of the Congress of the United States vested in the Board of Trustees of American University, I confer upon you the degree Doctor of Philosophy with its accompanying rights and responsibilities. I am proud to welcome you as an academic colleague and a scholar among scholars, and as alumni of American University. Congratulations. Dean Starr will now introduce the doctoral degree recipients.
Will the doctoral degree recipients please come to the platform where their faculty advisors, Associate Dean Mika Muirs, will announce the recipients.
Jennifer Bryan Delfino, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. William Leap. Rebecca S. Frischhorn, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. Dolores Koenig. Mari Anderson Irvine, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. Dolores Koenig. Matthew A. Tommen, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. Adrian Pine. Michelle Tangiri, Doctor of Philosophy in Anthropology, hooded by Dr. David Vine. Mario Gonzalez Flores, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Paul Winters. Rutendo Wendy Caramba, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Paul Winters. Kevin Robert McGee, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Paul Winters. Erin Eileen Hinchy, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Kara Reynolds. Nicholas Edward Kahn, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Mary Hansen. Leanne Marie Roncolato, Doctor of Philosophy in Economics, hooded by Dr. Maria Floro. Rebecca Lee DeWolf, Doctor of Philosophy in History, hooded by Dr. Alan Lichtman. Robert Verbsky, Doctor of Philosophy in History, hooded by Dr. Alan Kraut. Erica Elizabeth Monkwitz, Doctor of Philosophy in History, hooded by Dr. Laura Beers. Alyssa Ann Breitz, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, hooded by Dr. Anthony Ahrens. Elizabeth Angela Carlin, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, hooded by Dr. Anthony Ahrens. Babita Das, Doctor of Philosophy in Behavior, Cognition, and Neuroscience, hooded by Dr. Laura Giuliano. Catherine Claire Ross, Doctor of Philosophy in Behavior, Cognition, and Neuroscience, hooded by Dr. Laura Giuliano. Catherine E. Ling Lu, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, hooded by Dr. James Gray. David G. Neil Lorello, Doctor of Philosophy in Clinical Psychology, hooded by Dr. David Haga. Thomas Hartung Nassif, Doctor of Philosophy in Behavior, Cognition, and Neuroscience, hooded by Dr. Deborah Norris.
As we begin the conferral of master's and bachelor's degrees, we ask parents and guests to remain in their seats as students come forward to the stage for recognition. There will be a photographer on stage to record the event for every graduate. Candidates for degrees, please rise and remain standing as your degree is announced. Candidates for master's degrees, please rise. Candidates for bachelor's degrees, please rise. President Kerwin, on behalf of the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences and the faculty members who've taught and guided these men and women, I'm honored to present these candidates for master's degrees and bachelor's degrees.
By authority of the Congress of the United States, vested in the Board of Trustees of American University, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended and certified with its accompanying rights and responsibilities. Dean Starr will now present our new graduates for individual recognition. Graduates will be introduced by the head of the academic unit in which they are majors.
Will the graduates of the College of Arts and Sciences please come to the platform?
Will the graduates in the American Studies program please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Art. Andrew Ambrogi. Matthew Sekuda. Nora Engelman.
Will the graduates of the Department of Anthropology please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts. Megan Kathleen Adolfson. Alexis Metzger Hernandez. Ganya Park Thanasnan. Rebecca N. Heath. Angelica T. Scott. Lily Dow. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Emma Ma Hovarth. Marisa Deutsch, Sophie Desha, Chelsea N. Brennan, Susanna Christine Hallman, Sochi Bermudez, Victoria Ross Williamson, Madeline Elizabeth Hartman, Rebecca E. Stan, Jessica Nesbitt,
Will the graduates of the Department of Art please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts in Art History. Carol Collier Brown. Caitlin A. Glosser. John Goulan. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Art History. Sarah Cecilia Johnson. Robin M. Hatch. Dana Rose Clark. Lauren Teresa Bauer. Madeline Frida Ulrich. Caroline Burdette Marsh. The following students are candidates for the degree of Master of Fine Arts in Studio Art. Christina L. Humble. Joshua J. Johnson. The following students are candidates for the degree in Bachelor of Art in Design. Christina Victoria Kane. Madeline R. Beard. Sunti Sai Kibyun Pun. I didn't meet you before. Laura Michelle Zucker. Yuna A. Kravitz. Allison M. Palanzi. Lauren T. Gillette. Kara A. Levine. Ethel W. Moore. Ada J. Thomas. Joshua M. Mahan.
Will the graduates in the Department of Biology please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree in Master of Science in Professional Science Biotechnology. Ellen R. Forsyth. Anton V. Shimkevich. Will the graduates at the Department of Biology in the degree of Bachelor of Science in Biology? Michelle Unji Kim. Carly Ann Burkhold. Devon Elizabeth Meskey. Keithan Bailey Cast. Victoria Christine Fairchild. Elias J. McComb. Benjamin N. Cusson Shoptaw. Lars Henrik Nelson. Nicole Leister. Scott W. Pirino. Samantha L. Matthews. Snedeep Hunspal. Dana Christine McAllister. Carly M. Slack. Joseph Michael Cronau. Owen P. Willis. Clara M. Backmeister. Nicholas J. Watson. Jackson T. Farmer.
The chemistry department proudly presents candidates for degrees. Candidates for master's degrees. Carolina Brown. Claire M. Lazor. The following are candidates for the Bachelor of Science degree. Moira Maria Essen. Dehe Nadita Vashita Patel. Alexander Vitan. Trisha I. Ebay. Zachary Israel Mendel. Nancy Tahi Miles. Javier Vinas Calamanga. Carly Marissa Montero.
Will the candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computer Science please step forward? Tyler Anthony Bard. Joshua Allen Foster. Rachel Claire Getz. Robert Alfred Rodriguez. Zachary Han Simon. Evan John Smith. Emily Eileen Trabert.
I'm proud to present the graduates of the Department of Economics. The following are candidates for the degree of Masters of Arts. Thomas Anthony Wong. Odinaka Francis Onovo. Elizaveta Zechenko. Hamid El-Jami. Somia Diogu. Valeria Vargas Sejas. Edgar Rene Mendoza Caceres. Taylor Lee. Osama El Falah. Benjamin Tai Nguyen. Brendan K. Williams. Clifford J. Goodeel. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Henry Clyde Stallings. Nicholas Cabrera. Henry Mason. William Anderson Conway. Tyler Mish. Hina Zede. Sarah Piatti. Nikki Sandoff. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Gabrielle Rose Lopez. Holly Beth Haggerty. Melissa Catherine O'Brien. Adam Taub. Marion Madsen. Veronica Ritchie. Amanda Catherine Turner. Kevin P. Shanker. Jessica Elena Kane. Alexander J. Corey. Kitlang Mildred Kabua. Alejandro Garcia de Paredes. Sebastian H. Beckman. Alex M. McHugh. Megan Irene Asan. Charles Anthony Merrick. Sarah B. Sabicki. Elsa Claire Haynes. James A. Keene. Laura Vanessa Perez. Stephen Kingbu Nastal. Natalia Riva Barnhart. Vay V. Ka Singh. Christopher J. Altieri. Timothy Nicholson. Haseen Berg Askan. Luca Vinci. Timothy D. Valario. Joshua E. Sarath. Christian T. R. Cavender. Jennifer N. Dumiak. Charles Christian Billier. Zachary A. Dewey.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the faculty and staff of the School of Education, Teaching, and Health, I am pleased to present men and women of passion and purpose, our graduates. Following are candidates for the Master of Arts in Special Education. Vincent F. Testa. Jennifer H. Anderson. Brittany A. Ogransky. Jaleesa Ray George. Heidi Stephanie Angsler. Vina M. Titus. Robin Proctor Walker. Tueri Elaine Williams. Rebecca Danielle Gordon. Sari Courtney Starr. Jessica Marie Stojak. Jeremy D. Jordan. Brian Kunsuk Ko. Elizabeth Christine Toth. Kristen Kishel Johnson. Dana L. Vincent. Kaylin P. Jones. Kayla LePayne McIntosh. Lissy Aragati. And her sister, who represents the first of our graduates in the Master of Education and Curriculum Instruction, Emily Kate Allegrati. Michael Reed Woods. Danielle Lynn Capello. Tracy Lynn Zattel. Karen Devin Yaney. Kimberly Adriana Johnson. Tara Yvonne Galloway. Antria J. Owanye. Angela Elizabeth Towns. Latria A. Walker. Darla L. Bunting. Tiffany L. Thomas. Shayna Nicole Cook. Catherine Elizabeth Aird. Destiny Hodge. Leah Faith Reed. Geneva E. Rain. Sarah V. Miller. Felicia R. Reynolds. Michelle L. Messover. Shimei Taylor. Kira Kainra Soshal. Alicia Faith Baylock. Following are candidates for the Master of Science in Health Promotion Management. Lydia Erb. Jeffrey S. Brannigan. Anna Maria Elizabeth Brown. Stephanie Renee Sunderland. Brittany Erin Tillman. Abigail L. Walsh. Nicole Susan Lowry. Following candidates for the Master of Arts in International Training and Education, Erasmo P. Mendez. Anna Montgomery Laughlin Leopard. Francesca Rook. Leah James Thompson. Diana L. Johnson. Kimberly Michelle David. Following are candidates for the Master of Arts in Teaching. Aisha Francine McMillan. Patience D. Odwadzi. Alexandra M. Capistrani. Kathleen Orr Pomerink. Gary Williams II. Patricia N. George. Markivia Bell Hawkins. Jovan Eric Brighton. Cecilia L. Whitaker. Ebony A. McSwain. Jerry Elaine Diamond. Robert M. Lazarick. Molly Christine Duncan. Carolina Kopani. Astopoulos Marios Capabadas. Devin E. Swift. The following are candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Education. Emily Hope Roskin. Sarah H. Keeley. Hannah Grace Koenig. Nicole Donato. Rachel Lee Anzada. Elizabeth Janice Tamal. Madeline M. Burkett. Emily Rebecca Lutz. Avery Ann Luck. Sydney Elizabeth Bell. Blair Meredith Cohen. Rebecca Shana Lipinski. And the following are graduates for the Bachelor of Science in Health Promotion. Calvin E. C. Brazier. Linnea R. Yeager. Michelle E. Montgomery. Jacqueline Paige Onsack. Andrea Catherine Osborne. Shannon Carey. Brenna C. Smith. Shayna M. Alfonsi. Sophia Woodall Wiley. Heather Elizabeth Sinclair. Emily Rose Bell Zoglin. Blake Charles Heron. Jacqueline Rose Barbito. Shane Nathaniel Borstein. Rebecca Nelson.
Will the graduates from the Department of Environmental Science please step forward? The following student is a candidate for the degree of Master of Science. Sharice Johnson. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Audrey Strauderman. Lauren Hellendahl. Nadia Barbosa. Ariel Newman. Star Brainerd. Michaela Anderson Kiefer. Jean-Miguel Dalby. Alexandra Elizabeth Hitchens. Aliyah Mijas. Peter Benjamin Bailey. Rebecca Shapiro. Alexa Kyle Orndorff. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Afua Bouzia. Catherine Alexandra Meyer. Elizabeth Morgan Dickey. Elizabeth Nina Sarno. Kimberly Gerda Lindengren. Alice Michelle Clifford.
The Department of History is proud to present its graduates. The following students are candidates for Masters of Arts. Gavin Fromey. Alexander Thomas Calta. Brittany R. Carney. Curtis Matthew Harris. Sarah A. Florini. Stacy Nicole Simmons. Brianna Curtin Rossetti. Matea Victoria Sanders. The following students are candidates for the Bachelor of Arts. Connor M. Bigley. Denise E. Mosher. Jo Marie Grace Floyd. Jackson L. McHugh. Caitlin Margaret Seller. Alexander Douglas Parody. Claire Elizabeth Bates Gapkevich. Paige E. McNamara. Matthew Skick. Amelia D. Midget Nicholson. Amika K. Flanagan. Mia Nidia Gutierrez. Chelsea Lynn Height. Isabel A. Altman. Corey K. Monero. Samuel Elliott Golding. Cameron J. Olia. Nicholas P. Felt. Catherine Wells Gillen. Margaret A. Ward. Milani Renee Porter. Benjamin Patrick Eden. Will the graduates of the Interdisciplinary and Liberal Studies program please step forward? The following students are candidates for the Bachelor of Arts. Mara Ann Goldberg in Psychology and International Conflict Management. Jacqueline Langer in Cultural Psychology. Sean Dungdal in Asian Studies. Karen Good LeBlanc in Liberal Studies.
Will the graduates of the Department of Literature please step forward? The following are candidates for the Master of Arts in Literature. Christopher M. Cassidy, Jr. Brittany Lee Fox. Angela Kwok. Nada Serhan. Hella Slutz. Elizabeth A. Tavo. Kate Amanda Quinn. Courtney R. Wells. The following is the candidate for the MFA in Literature, Kevin Tyler Christensen. The following are candidates for the Bachelor of Arts in Literature, Doyle Frederick Irvin. Michael J. Young. Valerie Nadal. Megan Ann Frederick. Rachel Long Whitmire. Anna Viter Nazer. Lindsay Green Newman. Brooke Emily Williams. Molly Ben Harbage. Elena Joy Hunley. Lindsay M. Williams. Virginia Cross. Caroline Grace Porter. Emily Ruth Olson. Christine Carol Widener. Melanie Carlson German. Brittany M. Armesta. Ashley C. Tiong. Anthony C. Douglas. Kelly Amanda McHugh. Christina C. Geisman. Sean M. Donovan. Lillian Guthrie McGee.
I'm proud to present the graduates of the Department of Mathematics and Statistics. The following students are candidates for the degree of Master of Arts: Corinne J. Abalafia, Porfirio Velasquez Jr., Matthew J. Hubler, Morgan D. Hart. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science: Paul T. Jung, Rohan Vahalia, Gilad Mailhat, Brittany Michelle Traeger, Sarah Elizabeth Morrison, Sarah Natalie Rubenstein, Stephanie C. Pan, Kevin E. Anderson, Andreas S. Weedy, Mark Stefan Verdi, Timothy Watkins.
Will the graduates of the Department of Performing Arts please step forward? The following students are candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Arts Management: Stephanie Furley Hollingsworth, Yolanda Christine Davis, Erin Fleming Mitchell, Sarah Durkee, Shannon Musgrave, Aaron Phillips, Jenna Gabriel Lauren Cobb Peters, Marquita Brooks. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Theater and Musical Theater: Catherine Helen Andrew, Jennifer Michelle Grunfeld, Julia McDonald Pelletier, Matthew Rubelke, Aaron Porter, Ali Rose Glickman, Madeline Emma Steiner, Jeffrey Flynn Gann, Chelsea Thaler, Julie Catherine Nolan, Sarah King, Christopher Michael Carrillo, Ryan Burke, Hillary Morrow, Roxanne Reynolds, Allison Donnelly, Bachelor of Arts in Audio Production: Travis Bozeman, Alexandria Morgan Wood. Alexander Marvey. Jonathan Fitzgerald Kuski. Alex Stefan Kosov. Benjamin Scaldini. Jeffrey Barrett. Spencer Wilson Wagner Davidson. Allison Switek. The following are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science in Audio Technology. Leonard Kathenis. James Darkin. Stefan Ivanov Kovachev. Chad Miller. Alec Rewenskus. Music. Sydney Creek. Allison J. Martin. Paul Richard Lysick Jr. Aaron J. Long. Charles Robert Actor. Robert John Sheehan. Rebecca Jenny Rutkowski. Colleen Elizabeth Evans. Ian Carlitos Urriola.
Will the graduates of the Department of Philosophy and Religion please step forward? The following are candidates for the Master of Arts degree in Philosophy. Ilya Alexeyev. Kevin Ralph.
Thank you.
Jody Aramband. Simone Sampson. Jason Imami. Jack Friedman. Claire Engler. Karen Koka. Kevin Coughlin. Andrew Sontag. Sandra Kai Chen. The following students are candidates for the degree of the Bachelor of Arts in Philosophy and/or Religion. William Hunter. Kylie Musoff. Jackson Elliott. Catherine Hart. Jared Croning. Jesse Drucker. Sarah Omar. Eric Dolan Del Vecchio. Jesse Mergel. Z.M. Belinsky. Ariel Michal Feingold. Jacob Goldstein.
Will the graduates of the Department of Physics please step forward? Jennifer L. Verniero. Brian Matthew Golko. Travis J. Volts. Jarrett Ross Revels. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Nadezhda Hopkochkina. Thaddeus Frederick Behringer. Clay Vincent Steyer.
The graduates from the Department of Psychology, please step forward. The following students are candidates for the Master of Arts in Psychology. Caitlin Susan Condit. Lauren Ann Rothstein. Kristen M. Kalapa. Brian Michael Lee. Camille Elizabeth Hawkins. Janelle B. McDonald. Mary Elizabeth Curtis. Linnea Rose Bauer. Leah R. Stern. Jana L. Guilfoyle. Krista M. Davis. Ann Sykes. Caitlin Lehman. Daniel F. Moulars. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. David Alexander Ross. Dashelle Delan. Kyung Yoon Daisy Kim. Peek Pao Lee, Christina Pierre Pao Lee. My apologies. Wynn Tashman. Emily Brookman Adler. Joy Patricia Resor. Zeynep Kassab. Sarah Pauline Cherendoff. Catherine S. Carico. Catalina Ann Rincone. Benjamin J. Gilmore. Joseph D. Snyder. Vasilis Serpanos. Lauren N. O'Connor. Teddy Vello. Teresa Elizabeth Parks. Kelsey Elizabeth Devry. Taylor Catherine Pendergrast. Ari Fodeman. Julia Eva Von Heeringen. Daniel X. Francis. Kate Kerpace. Georgia D'Souza Atoni. Ashley Juanita Marie Williams. Mirabella Muller. Evan Alexander Seni. Elizabeth Grace Seeger. Cora Ann R. Mickelwain. Zoe Elizabeth Eng. Yasmin Kirmanchi. Kathleen A. Caffrey. Amanda Lee Reed. Chanel Ann Greider. Tucker Dylan Mason. Swati Tirumala Nuli. Anthony A. Catanzaro. Whitney Susan Livingston. Stephanie M. Hespe. Elishiva Chava Grove. Shahariah Maureen Johnson. Meherit Tekeste.
Congratulations to the graduates of the Public Health Program. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Emily Nicole Brinka. Hannah K. Rishek. Salma Omar. Alicia Y. Heron. Janae Mahoney. Olivia C. Toscano. Samuel Tall Joseph. Catherine A. Johnson. Tyler Brown. Haley Melissa Lynn. Megan Schreier. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Science. Phoebe M. Kelleher. Tamina Ahmed. Ashley Sharp. Charles Hirsch McDonald. Serena Yu Dorr. Dana A. Hiakamoto. Alexis K. Dobbs. Lauren Stephanie Litt. Amy E. Leasis. Alexandra Stephanie France. Karenpreet K. Takar. Maram Alfi. Rashawn Zabi. Alice S. Lee.
Will the graduates of the Department of Sociology please step forward? The following student is a candidate for the degree of Master of Arts. Lila Seiler. The following students are candidates for the degree of the Bachelor of Arts. Selma Serena Penalver. Grace Whittock. Sarah Haar. Paige Leong. Brittany Rachel Michaud. Victoria L. Vogel. Michael Johnson. Andrew Brickfield. Aduk Al-Atobi. Sydney Ariel Mercer. Nicole Leslie Piquant. Lauren Ghislaine Kroll. Sienna Michelle Breen. Randy E. Saunders.
I am proud to present the feminist graduates of the Women's Gender and Sexuality Studies program. The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts. Abby Faith Weingarten.
Congratulations.
Hannah E. Sidnor Greenberg.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Meredith Paris Allen.
Congratulations. Thank you.
Aaron M. Randall. Jill B. Altman. Jessica J. Cole. Alifa Shelby Watkins.
We in the Department of World Languages and Cultures are very proud to present our graduates. Los siguientes estudiantes son candidatos al Masters en Español y Estudios Latinoamericanos. Christina Lee Sobolik. Jacqueline Denise Dolezal. Rachel Marie Manzini. Michael Andrew Erdoisa. María de los Ángeles Cordón, Marian Sánchez Morgado, Alia Isabel Puig,
I'm proud to present the candidates for the degree of Master of Arts in Teaching English to Speakers of Other Languages, TESOL. Charla Branscombe, Yu Zhao, Paige Michelle Ruber, Aishan Sila Alhidan, Elise Gorman.
The following students are candidates for the degree of Bachelor of Arts in World Languages and Cultures. Kelsey Elizabeth Earhart, Spanish. Genevieve Catherine Hull, Spanish. Margaret Curran, Spanish and French. Clay Jonathan Hilton Parker, Spanish and Latin America. Elizabeth Kubansky, Spanish. Deborah Goldstein, Spanish. Zoe Blair Colton, German. Anna Jane Beatty, German. Marie Donna Zoglu, Arabic. Kayla Ma, Arabic. Macarena Torres Girao, Arabic.
Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2014.
I'm going to ask our new graduates to please stand. You may now move your tassels from left to right. Ladies and gentlemen, the graduating class. As we conclude this 128th commencement, I thank all of you, parents, family, friends, alumni, members of the university community, for participating with us in this most important occasion. The graduates, the families, and their guests are now invited to a reception for the College of Arts and Sciences in the University Club at Mary Graydon Center. Will the audience please remain in their seats until the platform party, the university faculty, and the graduates have recessed from the auditorium. This commencement is concluded.
Okay.